So let's go ahead, and now I feel bad. I feel bad for making fun of that. Oh, you know what? Let's cleanse the palate real quick here. I'm gonna do a very quick Dead Rabbit recommends. This episode's coming out on Tuesday, so this one's early. I normally do them on Wednesdays, but this is going to be real quick. Most of you guys know the franchise. I'd argue that all of you guys know the franchise, but not everyone knows about this part of the franchise. The Matrix trilogy. I'm not going to recommend any movies from the Matrix trilogy. The first one was great. The second two were But that world was really rich in the beginning. I think they kind of ruined it with the last two movies. But there is a 2-part, and it's on YouTube. It's totally available on YouTube. However, the quality's not that great. I would recommend trying to track this down if you can, a higher res version of it. Even getting a copy of it. It is something I watch quite often. I wouldn't say I watch it like every day or every month, but every so often I'll get a hankering to watch it. It's called The Second Renaissance. And it's about 20 minutes altogether. It's 2 10-minute cartoons about the rise of the machines. And it is one of the most visually compelling stories of a sci-fi apocalypse. It's one of the most visually compelling stories about the rise of AI and the fall of man. It is absolutely beautiful. Calling it a cartoon is probably a disservice. It's more of an anime. It tells the story of how the robots went from simply being manual laborers to one of them being put on trial for murder to a robot uprising and how the humans deal with that. And the first part is the rise of the machines, and the second part is the war between machines and man. It is amazing. It's amazing. I definitely recommend taking 20 minutes out of your day, even if you watch the low-res version, but taking 20 minutes out of your day to watch The Second Renaissance. It's just a great piece of sci-fi, and some of the imagery is so stark and depressing, it sticks with you. Like, there's certain images from the cartoon that you're like, oh man, you think about it from time to time. I remember I had a friend over, Jonas. He came over one day. Me, Jonas, and Jacob were hanging out, and Jonas had never seen The Second Renaissance. I was like, hey, you got 20 minutes? He's like, yeah, sure. And we watched it, and me and Jacob had seen it before, and we're like, oh yeah, it's totally awesome. Dude's badass, dude. Watch this scene, because it's really, really good. And Jonas was sitting there, and then after it was over, he just kind of goes, his response to watching it for the first time was, I go, what'd you think? And he goes, I gotta think about this, man. Like, whoa. Like, that's a lot to digest. And it was funny because we were like just hanging out as buddies, and I show him this really depressing, in the end, really depressing anime. He goes, I don't even know. Like, it was like I was showing him snuff videos on LiveLeak. Like, it really affected him. And then you think about it, you're like, yeah, it was a really cool sci-fi, but it's very, very grim. Very, very good. Dead Rabbit recommends The Second Renaissance. I'll have the YouTube links. If you can find a high-res version, it's amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next story. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.